Today, we are going to begin by writing our name on our piece of paper with a pencil. Write your name before you start. I am then going to turn my paper over and I am going to use my paintbrush. We have our cool colors. I am going to choose a color to start with. I'm going to choose green, and I am going to paint curvy lines across my paper. Your curvy line needs to touch both sides of your paper. As you are working, you will need to go back and get more paint for your paintbrush. You will need to continually do this the entire time you are painting. Your paintbrush will not be able to hold all the paint you need for the entire page, so you will need to continually go back and get more paint so that way the line looks solid. It should not look fuzzy, it should look solid. Space them apart from each other, far enough apart, maybe 3 or 4 fingers width apart, so you have room in between for your zigzag lines. Do not put them too close together. We are going to make a pattern of curvy and zigzag, and we cannot do that if you put them too close together. You should have space for about 4 curvy lines going across your paper. Once you have painted your curvy lines, wash your brush in your water cup and then dab it on your placemat to get some of that excess water off so it does not go into the paint color that you are using next. I am now going to use purple to make my zigzags. Remember, a zigzag should be pointy, so you want to make sure you stop and switch directions while you are painting. Make sure you go back and get all those spots that look fuzzy. Your paint line should look solid. Stop and switch directions to make those zigzags. We are making a pattern of zigzag and curvy lines. This is going to be the bottom portion of our cupcake that we are making that was inspired by the artist Wayne Thiebaud. Make sure you are painting those zigzags with attitude by making them nice and pointy. And I'm going to see if I can't squeeze a little one in here down at the bottom. I think I have just enough space, if I work very carefully, to put one more line, one more zigzag line across the side of my paper. And it looks like I have space for another zigzag at the other end, so I'm going to make sure I don't waste any of my paper and fill up the whole thing with a pattern of curvy and zigzag lines. If you realize you need to switch colors, you can always go back, wash your brush, and change colors. I am now going to clean my paintbrush and use my last color that I have, which is blue, to add polka dots. It is your choice which color you use for which type of line. But I'm going to add polka dots in between my lines just because they look like sprinkles on a cupcake, and since we are making cupcakes, we want to make sure we have a work of art that looks like it's a cupcake. So we're going to add some little polka dots because polka dots are fun and they make our art look yummy like a cupcake. Take your time, don't miss any spots. It's okay if some of the paint touches the line. Try not to mix the colors though too much. You can just tap your paintbrush on the paper to make your polka dot and kind of wiggle it around a little bit. Squeeze those polka dots in between your lines. Make sure that when you paint your lines at the beginning, you don't put them too close together or you will not have space for your polka dots. Make sure when you paint those green curvy lines and purple zigzag lines, you leave a little bit of space between them so you have room for polka dots. I'm going to add some over here and I'm going to check to make sure I didn't miss any spots. I'm going to wash my paintbrush in my water cup, dab it on the placemat, and I am all done. I'm going to clean up my materials, put my art on the drying rack, and I am finished for today.